Today I want to talk about the intermediate value theorem. Now this is a very easy concept that I feel most calculus students tend to tune out because it's one of the earlier things you learn and you're not really doing any quote-unquote real math when you're being taught this. So hopefully, if you're struggling with it, if it just came up on a test and you didn't know what to do, this video here will help you understand what the intermediate value theorem means. So what does the intermediate value theorem guarantee us? Well, it guarantees, let's say we have some point which we are going to call L. Right? We have L, and it is in the interval from f of a to f of b. And the graph is here because I'm going to hopefully turn these words and symbols into something that makes a little bit more sense. So if this doesn't make sense at first, just hold on. So it guarantees that if we have some point L that is in the interval from f of a to f of b, right, that there exists some point on the x-axis c such that f of c is equal to L. Now, one thing I didn't mention that's pretty important is that on our interval from f of a to f of b, the function must be continuous. So now, like I said, let's make some sense of this. Let's draw some pretty pictures and lines, right? Let's say we have this point right here, right? And this is at point A on the x-axis and f of a on the y-axis, right? This is our ordered pair. And then we have another point, let's say right here. This is at B on the x-axis and f of b on the y-axis, right? And now remember, we want to prove that there is some point from A to B such that that point we'll call C is equal to our point L, which is on the interval f of a to f of b. So, and this is on a continuous function, right? So let's say from A to B, right, our function looks something like this. It doesn't really matter what it looks like. It just has to be continuous, right? So that's a continuous function, right? So somewhere on here, there is some point C such that f of c is equal to L, right? And that makes sense because let's look at this, right? Our y values span from f of a to f of b. We said that L is on the interval from f of a to f of b, so that means L must be somewhere in between f of a and f of b. Let's say it's right here, right? Let's say right here is the point L. So here, let me erase that real quick. Say right there is that point L. So we have L there somewhere. Now somewhere by the intermediate value theorem, on the interval from A to B, there exists some point C, well, we'll put C right here, such that f of c is equal to L, right? And now I just drew this here because it perfectly lines up. If we see right here at C, right, this is f of c, so this is the point C, f of c, we find that f of c is equal to L. So that's a little graphic to depict the intermediate value theorem. And yeah, it was a pretty straightforward thing, nothing too complicated. And if you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you learned something.